Mark Mazuma back with some more boxing, man. What's going on with y'all? Now, what I want to talk about today is Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. Besides the Lucas Matisse and the Pacquiao fight, boxing has been having we had like a slow point in the year right now. And the Robert Easter Mikey Garcia fight, of course, and Canelo Triple G is further down the line in September. So just for the sake of staying busy, man, I want to talk about Demetrius Andrade. Now, if y'all guys been following Demetrius Andrade, then y'all will find out recently that he had just left his he had just became a free agent, promotional wise. You know what I'm saying? So with that going on, man, Demetrius Andrade has been given pretty much a second chance with this boxing shit. Demetrius Andrade has been fairly inactive throughout the few years that he's been a pro fighter. You know what I'm saying? Only fighting once a year. That's just not enough, especially for somebody of his age. I believe he just turned 30 not too long ago. So looking at Demetrius Andrade's career, he should have close to 40 fights by now, but right now he has 26. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, from a promotional standpoint, man, he has a lot of options now. Demetrius Andrade can go with Top Rank, but being that he's an 160 pounder right now, and Top Rank likes to do a lot of in-house promotional fights, there's not going to be that many options or top dogs in the middleweight division that's signed with Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe that's the best move to go with as of right now. But looking at the other promotional companies, I can't think of anybody off the top of the head that fights at middleweight or Golden Boy except Canelo Alvarez and David Lemieux, I believe. And I don't know if Gabe Rosado is signed with Golden Boy, man. I don't know what his situation is, but he usually fights within their range as well. But I believe he's trying to fight Chavez Jr. at 168. So I don't believe Golden Boy, man, especially with that cokehead ass promoter, the leader that they got, man. I wouldn't advise Demetrius Andrade, if I was his manager, to sign with Golden Boy. But I do believe he needs a promoter because he's having trouble getting fights, and along with that, man, he's not as popular as he should be. You know what I'm saying? A great offensive displaying southpaw, man, that could punch. He could get you out of there. He could outbox you. Very accurate puncher, man. It was a beast in the amateurs as well, man. A former Olympian, man. He should have a lot more recognition than he already has. But it's not too late. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't taken that much punishment. He's still in his prime years. And he can still do some things by the time he has to hang up the gloves. So he has some time, but he has to think quickly, man. So if I was Demetrius Andrade, manager, I would strongly suggest that he would try to build a relationship with the PBC side of boxing. And I say that not necessarily signing with Al Heyman, because I already believe that Demetrius Andrade has a manager. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if he could have Al Heyman as his advisor, but building a relationship, sort of what Mikey Garcia has done with PBC, I would like to see Demetrius Andrade do that. If Demetrius Andrade were to build a relationship with PBC, that would be great. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people within that weight division, and in my personal opinion, I think he could still fight at 154 if he really wanted to. And if he were to build a relationship with PBC, there would be a whole bunch of fights for Demetrius Andrade to choose from, whether it's going back down to 54 to fight Jared Hurd, or Landy Lara. That's two slick southpaws in the ring, man. That would be a great chess match. Jermell Charlo. See, all these guys are affiliated with PBC. These are great fights for Demetrius Andrade to take on. Or if he wants a tune-up fight at 54, man, he could fight. I wouldn't consider Erickson Lubin. See, that's another one. See, that's a great fight right there. Two southpaws again. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. These will open up a variety of opponents for Demetrius Andrade to fight. And if you want to tune up, man, I'm sure that they could do a deal with Vanez Martirosyan, probably a little rematch or whatever. Or if you just want to fight at 60, man, the opportunity is open for him to fight a Daniel Jacobs or Jamal Charlo. Even though those are tough fights for Demetrius Andrade, they would still be options on the table if he were to build a relationship with PBC. I don't know exactly where they stand as of right now. They might not be able to. You know what I'm saying? He probably burned a bridge or two because I know he burnt the bridge with Rock Nation. Um, um, but yeah, man, I believe PBC is Demetrius Andrade's best bet, especially if he wants to become world champion at 160 pounds. But I'm hearing that he's becoming a mandatory for Billy Joe Saunders, which is a great opportunity for Demetrius Andrade to get. You know what I'm saying? Because if he were to, I believe he beats Billy Joe, but I think he needs some. I think he need at least one fight before he fight Billy Joe, because he has admitted. If you see my previous videos, he has admitted the ring rust, and Billy Joe is at a. He hasn't fought recently, but he fought David Lemieux and looked hella good. Pause. So with that being said, man, I believe he need one more fight. But if he can't, I believe he could buckle down and possibly beat Billy Joe Saunders and become the WBO champion at 160 pounds. Now, if he was to become a two-division world champion, that'd be great. You know what I'm saying? But now he will have great opposition at 160 pounds. Um, Canelo Alvarez never seemed interested in fighting Demetrius, but let's say if Canelo beats Triple G in September, then they could have a fight for undisputed, all the belts on the line. You know what I'm saying? And the winner could face Jamal Charlo, and that's if Jamal Charlo isn't the mandatory. So it might be some things that would need to be cleaned up. And I believe Demetrius Andrade could beat Billy Joe. I believe Jamal Charlo could beat Triple G or Canelo, in my personal opinion. So with that being said, man, I could see them possibly doing a fight at 160 for undisputed. That would be great. And I'm not sure who wins that fight, to be honest with you, between Demetrius and Charlo. Right now, I'm leaning more towards Charlo, but Demetrius Andrade can beat Jamal Charlo, man. That's just personally what I think, but that's all I got right now. Demetrius Andrade definitely needs to build a PBC relationship with PBC, some kind of partnership. They got to do something, you know. If Demetrius Andrade really wants it that bad, there are times where I believe Demetrius Andrade is too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Or he just doesn't speak out enough, and when he does speak out, it'll be like months later after the situation happens, or he'll be gone for a long time and not speak on anything, and they'll call out somebody when they already got a fight coming. You know what I'm saying? Just like little corny shit like that. He definitely needs to be better with his timing. But that's just personally what I believe. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. What do y'all believe Demetrius Andrade should do going forward, promotional wise, being that he's a free agent? Let me know in the comment section below. This Mark Mazuma, known as Mazuma TV, and I'm out.